Rapport family, we are back with another edition of Building Rapport. Joining us on the eve of the season is Auburn defensive back Donovan Kaufman. Joins us. Donovan, thanks for joining us, man.
No problem. Thank y'all for letting me be here.
I want to get kicked off talking a little bit about your decision to transfer. You came in from Vandy. I think you were actually recruited by former defensive coordinator Coach Derek Mason at the time. Tell us about the decision to transfer from Vandy and why Auburn.
You know, my freshman year at Vandy, obviously didn't go how nobody wanted to. We won 0 games. But I only played the first 2 games. I had caught COVID after the LSU game. And then I had caught myocarditis. So I had to sit for 3 months. So I missed the rest of the year. So just really working through that and coming back. Then I went through the spring with him. And I just wanted a fresh start. So I entered the portal. When I entered the portal, it was a lot of schools. But obviously I had that relationship with Coach Mace. Also, Coach E, he recruited me in high school. So, which a lot of people probably don't know, when he was at Houston, he recruited me in high school. So, and just having that rapport, plus Auburn was closer to home, and I wanted to stay in the SEC. And wasn't no other better place to be in the SEC West. And I didn't want to go home to LSU. I know a lot of people ask me, why you didn't go to LSU? Like, I mean, I didn't really want to be home no more. I just wanted to experience something new.
So that's interesting, right? That decision to get out of your comfort zone and experience something new, like how hard a decision was that? Did you grapple with that at any point?
Not really, because even when I first came out of college, a big question was like, man, why you don't go to that shoe? Like, I didn't want to stay home, period, even when I first came out of high school. And then just being in college, I was like, yeah, like, there's other things to life. You know, like, I didn't really travel much when I was younger. So, like, football is really, I've been in a lot of places. Football took me a lot of places. Football really changed my life, obviously. Like, I've been doing it my whole life. So, just to be able to be somewhere else and learn new things, meet new people, experience things, that's really what it's all about at the end of the day. You know, making them connections. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know.
All right. So, Donovan, let's talk a little bit about your time thus far at Auburn. Last year, you were in spot duty, but you had an opportunity to take advantage of, some guys either getting injured. And when you got your opportunity, you took advantage of that. Talk to me how it's been playing in this defense and just your experience so far at Auburn University.
This defense is great. I'm not gonna lie. This defense is great. We probably got the best D-line in the country. Best secondary, best D coordinator, best defense. Best DB coach, Coach E. I think we got everything we need to win. It's just a matter of going out there and execute. But my experience at Auburn, it's been great. I love Auburn. Even when Coach Mace left, I know a lot of people was asking like, "Oh, we're probably gonna lose him too." Nah, bro. I'm at home. Like, I feel like I'm at home here. When I come here, I'm happy where I'm at. So, just being here has been a great experience. You know, the fans, like, it's crazy because, like, it's football. It's like they love football out here. It's Alabama. They don't have no professional teams. It's Auburn and them people over there. Like, that's it.
You said it right.
Yeah. So you feel me? Like, that's all they got out here. So they love it, and I love it too.
Hold on. Let me ask a follow-up question just about last year, because one play in particular comes to mind, and that's a play during the Texas A&M game, right? So I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting here thinking, yo, we're done. After I see him, I think it was Spiller, break through the line into the clear, headed towards the end zone. Lo and behold, Donovan Kaufman tracks him down, strips the ball out from behind, and I was like, oh, we still got a chance. I thought it was done, but like, what was on your mind during that play, and just kind of take me through that whole situation right there.
Well, that play is it's funny because I actually missed the.
I didn't want to call you out on it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to call you out on it, but okay.
Yeah, definitely. It happens. Dude was fast. He outran my angle, and so I'm thinking like, damn, bro, I got to make up. And I mean, I always been a guy who kind of like got a knack for the ball. I created a lot of turnovers in high school. That's just kind of like that's a part of my game now. So I'm looking and I see F. Whenever you see F, shit, I know I got a chance to punch it out. So I seen a little air in it. I caught up with him and just punched it out. It happened. Like, it's a natural thing. Like, you don't really think about it. It's just instinct. You just let them take over.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so like after you did what you did, right? Do you turn around and you're like, shit, is he going? and then when you catch up to him, walk me through the decision, because on the play we're talking about, you punched the ball out, right?
Yeah.
Like, walk me through the decision. Is that instincts, or at what point do you decide I have a chance to punch the ball out?
Right, punch out versus tackle.
Tackle, right? Because if you try to punch it out and you miss, you might miss the tackle, and then he's going. Like, tell us about that moment in your mind, and like, is it training that kicks in? Like how do you decide in that moment to punch the ball out?
I mean, for one, it's a lot of things. I'm not gonna say a lot of things going to, but you just know, like, anytime, like I said, you got air in the ball, anytime the ball carrier got the ball in the opposite hand, you know, like, say if I'm outside leverage and I know I got to contain, it's different things. Like, you got to know your responsibility in defense depending on when you could take them type of risks. But during that play, like, I secured the tackle also. So, like, even if I would have missed, I still would have tackled him. So it was just like, secure the tackle, punch, like teach tape. That's what they teach you. And just like I said, a lot of things you just look for because I was on offense my whole life. So I know how to carry a ball. I know how it should look. Like, I know, high and tight.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm always looking for things like that. I'm always trying to get the ball back. I want the ball in my hands. I want to create turnovers. I know turnovers make you money. So that's what I'm trying to make money.
All right, Donovan, let's talk about fall camp here a little bit. You guys compete this summer, obviously, a lot. The summer schedule is a little different than the spring schedule and the fall schedule. But, you've had let's start with the summer. Take us through the summer and what you guys did this summer to prepare for fall camp. Are you guys out there with the receivers? How were you testing yourself against, competition in the summer to prepare for the fall?
Well, the summer always starts with, the little break we get in May. What you gonna do when you go home to make yourself better? If you just sitting at home, if you ain't getting better, you're getting worse. So just locking in for the summer, starting my training process in May, coming up here in the summer, training staff, the equipment, the strength staff, they did a great job. Like, they changed things around this summer. They gave us more speed days. Like, a lot of our team got stronger, faster. Like, our numbers went up a lot, so give credit to them for that. But the summer, just out there when we can, when we off, just going out there, working with the receivers, with the QBs, because the QBs and the receivers, they go out there and throw a lot, working on time and stuff like that. Just trying to get a couple of DBs to come out there. Like, we might work on top of the route stuff, might work on press, we might run some one-on-ones too. So just competing with them. And, the receivers, we got a lot of new receivers that came in. And they good. So, and we got a lot of new DBs that came in, they good too. And you got people like that, we gonna compete. DBs gonna talk, receivers gonna talk. I say them two positions got the most swag on both sides of the ball. So and then me, I don't like receivers. I hate divas. You feel me? But that's my teammates too at the end of the day. So
right.
It's good competition. It's friendly competition.
Did you get a chance to go up against Coy in practice?
This is where I wanted to talk about right here. Because this your high school teammate now. So like,
because listen, he came on.
Yeah, you got to go listen to his interview. He said, I'm not taking, this is on the video, or he said there's nobody who's been locking him down out there. He's out there giving everybody work. So, Donovan Kaufman, have you been working with Coy more?
Yeah.
And is Coy giving you work out there?
Man, put on the tape, man. Put on the tape, man. Put on the tape. Show the 1v1.
Okay. All right.
Put on the tape.
Because he's talking a lot.
For a battle.
Okay.
He's good. You feel me? You got to give him that. Coy probably definitely the hardest work I know. I'll be telling him, like, damn, bro, you need to take a break. Like, you feel me? But yeah, Coy, me and him gonna go at it all the time. That's my roommate. So like he's sitting in the other room right now. But yeah,
what does that trash talk sound like though? You be like, man, you need to take a break. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this ball right quick so you can chill on the sideline. Like, tell me what that's like.
Yeah, for me, I'm calling him out like during one-on-ones. I know he's one of the best receivers, so I won't work against the best. Him, Chick, Var, them dudes, and them are like the three that I compete against because they be in the slot. So I'm in the slot. So yeah, so I be trying to just I always want to work with the best receivers. But he definitely one of the people I call out because I know he's gonna get me better at the end of the day. I'm not about to go against too many receivers that's like him.
Okay, so I just want to take this is typically something that we put in later in the episode when we're doing these interviews, but I just want to, because I'm thinking about you tracking this dude down in Texas A&M. So I got to know, what's your 40 time looking like? Like how fast are the burners on Donovan Kaufman? Because Spiller ain't necessarily like the fastest dude, but he had probably about 5 or 6 yards on you. So you had to make, and so you were going the opposite direction trying to catch him. You had to reverse field, and he already had a running start on you, but you tracked him down. So I'm wondering how fast can you what are the burners like on Donovan?
Game speed just take over, but that wasn't Spiller. That was that other running back. They got number 6.
Was it A-Chain?
Yeah, the little fast one.
Oh, and he's a burner though.
Yeah, I know. That's how he outran my angle. But, but yeah, I run. We just ran 40s in the summer. I ran a 4.42.
Okay.
4.42. Now we've been told, particularly by your diva receiver teammates, that there's a ton of speed on the team this year. Pritchett is apparently got some burners on him. We've heard the young gun that came in from Oregon, DJ James. He's got some speed on him. Talk to us a little bit about how you guys are going to use that speed this year, in this scheme that Jeff Schmedding is going to run. So, from a fan perspective, it felt like we sat back in zone a lot last year at critical points. Are you guys going to play more man, and are they going to let you guys trust your speed out there? What's that going to look like for the secondary in 2022?
Man, we're playing everything in this defense. It's not just a secondary though that's fast. Like, our whole defense is fast, if you're really being honest. You got the back is fast. OP, he 4.4 something. Wesley 4.4 something. Cam Riley, he like probably 4.5, something low 4.5s. You got D Hall like 4.5. Like the edges, man, the whole defense is fast, really, bro. And it's just like, you playing with a fast defense. It's fast and we aggressive. So you combine them two. You got pursuit. Then you got somebody gonna come up and hit your ass. So
I like that.
So yeah, it's definitely gonna be fun.
So I like to get into this too, as you're looking forward, right? This is your second full season at Auburn. You were in limited duty in your freshman season, so really your second full season overall in college. What are the things that you set as goals for yourself? Like, I know team goals, you guys want to win championships, Are there any personal goals that you set for yourself this season?
A natty, that's a personal goal also, and a team goal. So obviously I want to win the natty. I just want to win. It's been a while. I haven't had a winning season in college. So when I came out of high school, 13-0, state championship, MVP, all that. So just to get that feeling back, like, I know how that felt. And I know from that team, like, what it takes to get there. And I can tell you what, this team, like, they got a lot of the same qualities. So that's definitely something I'm looking for. But for me, I really just want to, what I like to do, I don't really like to say much. I just say I'm going to go out here and play football. I'm going to play the type of football that I'm known for playing. So obviously create turnovers. I want to lead the team in tackling. I want to lead the team in turnovers. I'm really just trying to. I know if I lead my team, I'm gonna most likely lead the country in something. So, because that's the type of team we have. So, for me, I'm just really trying to be the best player that I could be and just play my game. Really,
Donovan, is there a game that you have scheduled on the schedule? I'm sorry. Let me start that over. Donovan, is there a game that you have circled on the schedule that you feel like we got to get some get back there? Is there one that just burns in your mind when you look at the tape from last season thinking, I hope they try that again this year?
Definitely. LSU. I didn't really play last year versus LSU. I probably had like a snap or two. But, that's from home. That's home. So anytime I get to play them, it is what it is. It ain't no love lost there. I'm trying to turn up. I'm talking. Like, I can't wait. Every game is important though, don't get me wrong. But that game, it just that one always circled. Anytime I get to play anybody from home, that's circled.
Yeah. This was your first Iron Bowl this year, right? And that was a crazy game. You guys almost pulled it out. Talk to me about that last drive, right? You guys played lockdown defense for 57 minutes, it felt like. And you get a Heisman winner on the field, and they drop down. what kind of things are you guys doing this year to learn from that moment? And why should fans believe that you're going to stop that final drive this year? It's not going to go do what it did, right? Like, tell us what you guys are doing to grow from that experience.
At the end of the day, bro, it really just comes down to us. We beat ourselves. You go look at that game, like, it's not a lot of teams. Everybody say it's you versus you, but like, nah, it really is. Like, it's you versus you. As long as you're doing whatever you're supposed to do in your schemes, it's schemed up to where whatever they do can't work. So as long as we really like sounding our defense, which we have, like we getting there. We're not all the way there, but we got a lot of stuff to clean up. But like we clean it up much faster. Everybody coming along. So like for us, it's just a matter of executing when we get out there. The moment can't be too big. The Iron Bowl, that's like what they named that the #1 college rivalry, something like that. I seen, bro. You could feel it. Like you really do feel it, bro. When you're in that game, that was crazy to be playing that game. Even playing against Bam, everybody want to play against Bam and Nick Saban. But to really be, at Auburn playing in that game, that's a dream. Like before every game, I take in the fans, because a lot of people don't really get to experience this. Some people dream of this. And I was dreaming of this when I was a kid. Like now I'm here. So it's like I gotta take it all in. But at the same time, like I said, we know what we came for, bro. Like we ain't gotta sugarcoat nothing. We trying to bust their ass. We trying to bust everybody ass we play. So it's not like I'm on here, talking or nothing like that. That's just the simple truth. It's just different when you say it out loud. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's how it is. So when we come to that game, I mean, it is what it is.
Y'all gotta go up to Tuscaloosa this year. So,
yes,
yeah, I mean, double effort. It's been a long time since Auburn's got a win up there.
For me personally, I feel like road games are better because I love road games because ain't nobody there cheering for you. You're just out there playing.
Right.
Like, you ain't got nothing to lose. Like, don't nobody care. You ain't got to look good, do all this. Like, man, just go out there and play football.
Okay, so you seem to have an aggressive mentality. You've talked about the turnovers. I want to talk a little bit about special teams because that's a lot of what when you first came in, people were touting your ability as a returner as well. Are we gonna, have you been getting some opportunities so far in the return game during the camp? Is that something we're gonna see you doing a little bit more this year?
Yes, sir. They definitely got me back there on the returners, but at the same time, we got a lot of guys that can go. So just for me, I'm really doing what's best for the team. Right now, I was moved around a lot on the kickoff return, punt return. But I am a returner also, but I'm just trying to do really what's best for the team because I'm one of the better guys, on the line of scrimmage, blocking, things like that. So, and then we got guys that can return that probably can't do those things. So really just trying to put me in the right spots. But you'll definitely see me back there most likely this year.
Okay. Now, is it you? Forgive me if you said it, but like, so punt return, or are they looking at kickoff return as well too?
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, Donovan. We've asked everybody that's come on this show, in their estimation, who they feel like the fastest guy on the team is. We've gotten a wide range of answers. There have been some common names in this question, but you guys got a lot of speed this year. In your mind, who's the fastest guy on this team? Who's the guy who's not going to be caught in the open field?
The fastest guy on the team, I would have to say, is either Marty or Simp. I don't know, Simp, Jalen Simpson, bro. That dude, yeah, like I don't know what happened to him this year, but Simp been floating, bro. He actually had the fastest 40 though. So
Wait,
Simp
what?
Really he been floating. Like he beat Mighty by like 100 of a second, something like that. But yeah, bro, Simp been floating lately. But it's either out of Simp, Mighty, probably.
Okay, wait a minute. Who is Mighty? Because I don't even know who that is.
Nehemiah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nehemiah. His name comes up a lot.
His
okay.
name comes up almost all the time.
Yeah. He be moving. I have to give it out of them two, and probably Dawson.
Okay.
Yeah. Tavares Dawson.
Yeah.
That tracks. I mean, there's a lot of people now. So again, game speed. I didn't think Simpson was that fast, but like you said, he seems like he's gotten faster. That's a problem because he's one of the more sound tacklers on the team.
Yeah.
I just don't see him miss tackles a lot. Like he just
Yeah.
and if he's gotten faster with that,
Ooh, that's scary.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's a little scary. Okay.
All right. Who's the slowest guy on the team? Who's most likely to get stabbed in a scary movie?
Man. Like skill position, I ain't gonna lie. It might be my dude Craig, bro. You know, he just transferred from
Okay,
Iowa.
Craig
Oh,
McDonald.
Craig
Okay.
McDonald?
Yeah,
Okay.
Craig like a little freight train, bro. You should have seen him. We had a little play in the scrimmage. He had picked up a fumble. We had to run damn near 100 yards. Tight ends and caught him, man.
He got walked. He didn't get walked.
He scored. Hey, he scored though. He didn't get tackled, but they definitely caught up with him.
They walked him. Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
It took him. It seemed like it took him about 5 minutes to run down the field.
Oh no! The bear jumped on his back about the 50-yard line, huh?
Before the 50.
All right.
Oh man, that's crazy.
That's the content we're looking for.
All right. So I tend to ask everybody this, projecting forward a little bit to NFL Donovan Kaufman. Who is the player that you look at that's in the league right now, or maybe, in the league in the past that you say, you know what, I want to have a game like that, or that you say, man, you model yourself after that type of player?
For me, I grew up obviously watching Tyron. But I'm kind of like not really one to be like, oh, I want to be like this guy. I'm not being arrogant, but I also feel like I'm trying to be like myself in a way. Like I'm trying to bring something new to the game. So, but Sean Taylor, he was also one of my favorite safeties. But me, I played offense my whole life until I got to high school. So my favorite player growing up was Adrian Peterson. Yeah. So, but then when I transferred to defense, I started learning about Sean Taylor, Brian Dawkins. Obviously, I always knew Tyron, the Badger. A lot of people compare me to him, which I don't have a problem with. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm trying to be Donovan Kaufman. So for me, yeah, I'm really just trying to. I don't really model my game too much after nobody. I'm just trying to work on things myself to be like, hey, I want other people to be like, man, I'm trying to be like Donovan. Like that's how I want to be.
So you named a couple of guys with Dawkins and Sean Taylor that are big hitters. So is that what you want to be known as, a guy that's, hey, you come across that middle if you want to. I'm gonna light you up.
Definitely, I want to be a guy that's known to do it all. I want to be a guy that's every time I'm on the field, you're like, all right, look for number one. We need to make sure we know what number one at all times.
Okay.
All right, Donovan, I need your help. I need your help this season because on our show, we make predictions in the preseason. Last preseason, I predicted 5 shutouts for this team. That's obviously ridiculous. But I feel like you guys got one. You guys got 1 shutout this year. How likely do you think it is that you guys could pitch 3 shutouts this year? Do you feel like you guys have, from what we're hearing, the defense could be better on paper and in actuality than it was last year. And you lost some talent. You guys lost Roger McCreary and you lost Zacoby McClain. And Smoke, man. But there are some guys stepping up and working hard. And, like how hard, because it's a hard thing to do in college football to shut another team out, especially when you go to the second and third team, if it's a blowout. Like, can you guys think, is that a goal? Is that even a goal? Like to say, hey, we're going to go out here and we're not going to let them score nothing, no points, nada?
Hell yeah, that's a goal. I mean, that's always a goal. We're trying to get a goose egg. In high school, shit, I don't think nobody scored on us throughout our first 6 games. Like nothing. Yeah. We was the best defense the state ever seen. So I come from good defense. So there's really nothing new to me in shutouts. Like that's what we pride ourselves. We hate you scored and you kick the field goal. We like, damn, we feel like we lost. Like, but you can't think about it. You gotta have a sharp memory. You come back out next drive, do it all over again. So I definitely think 3 shutouts is something that we could do.
All right.
Shit, probably more. I won't shut out everybody.
Yeah, listen, I'm all about it. Shut them out.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna have a hell of a segment after that. After the first shutout, I'm gonna be real loud.
All right. So we asked Coy more about this. I want to ask you about the Louisiana connection that seems to be forming at Auburn right now, and kind of how special is it for you to be playing with a lot of guys from your home state, and what makes it what makes you guys different? Because he talked a little bit about, like, you know, people always talk about the Florida boys and the Texas boys, but he's like, man, Louisiana really is putting some dogs out there. So talk to me a little bit about that Louisiana connection, and then just kind of the feeling of having those guys from your home state on the team.
For one, you know, the boot different, bro. We different. Like, you really look at the league, look at who producing. You know, other states got their players. Everybody talk about Georgia, either Texas. Yeah, they got players. Like, I think per capita, I think Mississippi is like lean or something like that. We probably like 2 or 3. But like, if you really look at the league and see who really like the top players, you know, like Jamal, Louisiana, a lot of receivers come. You know, we got a lot of skill positions. But I think just down there in New Orleans, bro, like, just Louisiana, period. Football is really, I don't even know how to put it, bro. We just got that dog. Like, you really just gotta have that dog mentality. You know, playing in the Catholic League too. You know, a lot of guys that came out this Catholic League. So like, that's the best division in Louisiana. But it's talent all around the state, like literally. So I think just being from the Bulls, you know, we got T. Reed up there. You know,
Right.
Coach Ike. And like you said, a lot of, you know, we're starting to recruit a lot of guys from the boot. Like, I feel like everybody should be trying to get their hands on the boot.
You know, Coy said the same thing. He said we just built different down there.
Yeah.
That's what he told us when we asked. And you know, you just have to you had to have that dog. Like, you know, going into fall camp, or you know, you guys are, you know, about a week into fall camp now, but you got to switch over to game preparation here pretty soon. So you guys got to start getting ready for game one. What kind of things are you guys doing to make sure that the guys around you have that dog come game one, come Mercer, and that you're ready and that your assignment's down and that you're prepared for game one?
Well, for one, you know, people gonna feed off energy. So just trying to keep that energy, you know, because if you ain't got it in you, you ain't got it in you. You ain't got heart. Can't nobody give you that. That's something you're born with. So just, but like I said, feeding off the energy, like the older guys. But for this preparation, you know, we got a lot of calls in right now. Like, the install pretty heavy. But, you know, you're not about to go into the game with everything in. So right now, what Coach Schmidt trying to do, you know, he gave us a lot of installs just so we could know everything. Like, so when we do have to put this in an install, be like, hey, remember we ran this during camp? Remember this? Like, just so we could already have it on our minds. So really, that's I actually like that. He's done a great job of that. So we probably put in like 6 calls a day for camp, like installs. So just trying to get all that, just to really get everybody familiarized with the defense and the calls and how we do it. Because we know it ain't gonna be perfect. Like, we put it in one day, like run it one day. So, you know, you just really just trying to get the basics of the defense. And then when we get it, and then, you know, once you get into game time, a lot of those calls, like, you'll have the same calls, but a lot of things you do will change based off of, hey, when the offense do this, we want to do this instead of this. So, you know, things like that.
How different is it from what you guys did last year?
Yeah.
Man, it's really the same. You know, defense is the same. The only thing that changes is the names of the defenses. That's really it. Like, this is all over the country though. Like, everything is the same. Football is the same game.
Yeah. All right, so I gotta ask this, and we can 100% cut this out of the interview if this is given away to. What in the world is this? Y'all signaling this? What is this? What is that, bro? What is that?
Yeah, we changed that.
Okay, all right. I don't.
We changed that.
Don't tell me then. Don't tell me then. Well, you
Yeah,
can tell me off camera.
I mean, between me, the whole country know. Everybody know we do this. We going like we making a defensive zone. So, you know, that was a big deal last year. So when we do that, teams knew like we was in zone coverage. So
okay, that's what I thought it was,
yeah.
and I was just like, I don't. Okay, I just because I was seeing y'all signal it a lot more earlier in the season than later in the season, because it seemed like y'all was playing a lot of zone early, and then you switched and didn't do it as much later. But I was just like, yo, it seemed like every time they come in, they making the zone call. Like, what is up, bro? Like, all right, cool.
That's definitely something that we changed though, because like you said, defense was picking up on that, and it's easy to pick apart the zone, especially when you know it's coming. So we worked on that. We got some new things for that.
Okay.
All right, good deal. Good deal. Donovan, talk to us about quarterback. Now, if you're a defensive back, you're not only going up against other wide receivers, but you're going up against quarterbacks. They're delivering the football. You know, from your vantage point, you know, how hard are these quarterbacks to defend, as a defensive back so far through fall camp?
Well, first I just want to say I believe I picked every single one of them off. So,
yes,
I just want to get that out there first.
I'm tagging them in that right there.
Yeah,
every single one of y'all got picked.
I don't know if I picked Robbie off though.
Okay,
I don't really remember. Yeah,
okay.
I don't think, but I definitely know I got TJ and Zach.
All right,
100%. I probably got them more than once too.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean the quarterback battle fun. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy I'm not the coach. I don't know who the hell gonna start.
Okay, all right.
Like I think they still battling. I don't even think fall camp did it. I think it's gonna really go down to the wire. Like I think they might still be battling during the season. I'm looking at it.
So yeah, I mean, I think that is. I mean, there's a couple ways you could look at that, but to have 3 guys that you feel like can do the job is obviously not a bad place to be. But one quarterback has a very different skill set than the other. So as a defensive back, when Robbie is back there, tell us how that changes for you guys, because he can extend plays with his legs. And once he gets out of the pocket, how much harder are these wide receivers to defend when he starts running around?
Yeah, I mean, Robbie in the game, we alert. We're about 8, 9 in the game. Because like you said, that dude, shit, he go crazy on his legs. He fast. He be floating. So, he could break the pocket. Shit, he might break a 90-yarder. Like, he got that type of, skill set in him. So, when Robbie back there, you really like, you gotta lock in. You gotta really lock into your keys. When he back there, they gonna want him to do things that's moving around. So you're looking for things like full strong alert, sprint out. And that's everywhere in the country. It's a copycat league. So everybody really doing the same things, but really just picking up on keys. Like I said, knowing who in the game, and then your rush now your rush, you gotta contain your rush.
Right.
So you gotta contain this guy. Defensive, you got a spy or something. Like the spy got to be locked into the QB, because like any little movement, man, he out of there, and he got the ability to do it. So that's definitely. I think that Robbie will be a part of the offense regardless.
Okay.
Or what happens.
Well,
like,
let me ask
that,
you.
That's not. You go.
No, I'm sorry. Like I was just going to ask. Tell me about again. We asked you about the moment that you decide to punch a ball out, but now you got a mobile QB in there, and the defense loses contain, right? He gets out, let's just say, to his right, and he's rolling. And then you have a decision to make, right, about locking your guy down or coming up in run support if he decides to take off, right? Like how, from a defensive perspective, because you guys aren't going to be going up against Robbie, but you will play some quarterbacks that have that ability this season. Like how much of an adjustment is that in game preparation when you have a guy who can make plays like that?
Well, as a DB, whenever he starts scramble, you talk to plaster. You gotta find your receiver. That's what we do. We cover. You gotta leave the backers might scrape. They might be the ones going to get the QB. But once he break the line of scrimmage, it's all hell loose. Like QBs, we don't get to hit QBs often, so everybody trying to smack the QB. Like they protect them, so we feel like they're the little golden child. So anytime we do get a little clean, little legal hit on them, we trying to do them the worst way. We're trying to make them feel us.
Okay.
But first, it's like punching the ball out. I never really, you might have strip sacks on the QB, but QBs don't scramble all the time. But QBs don't really do a great job at ball security. It's not their fault. It's just that they don't do it often. Like, so whenever they get in the open field, I'm pretty sure it'll be probably easier. But like I said, I never had the opportunity to do that, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? So you see a QB in the open field, you're definitely thinking strip or punch.
Yeah, if you hit him hard enough, he might fumble those.
With your weak ass.
Yeah, he smack one of them, they might cough it up. They ain't used to
that. So what's the QB that you found the most difficult to defend last year? Like the guy who you was like, yo, this dude right here is real.
Yeah.
Shit, none of them really. I don't think. Zach actually stood out to me. He threw a deep ball. He had one little deep ball. We had busted coverage. Yeah, he threw that little deep ball. We had busted coverage. But that was really it. Even when we played what's his name? From Bama.
Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce Young. I mean, they sacked him 7 times, so he didn't really get to show off
That's
like
fair.
what he was capable of. So I'm not saying that he's not good, because I mean he obviously good, but he didn't do anything against us. I don't
No.
think. Yeah, I don't really think nobody really stood out. Was like, besides Mississippi State, which is
I was gonna
funny
say Will
because,
Rogers.
yeah, I'm about to
Right?
say that dude. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about the game. Yeah, he was. I don't even know, bro. That happened so fast, bro. He just dotting that shit
Right.
up. I don't
Okay.
know.
So help us settle something, because you're talking about a QB that doesn't hold on to the ball very long at all. Right?
Yeah.
Like Will Rogers is 1-2 drop throw on a lot of plays. So he an offense like that where your defensive backs are going to get a workout, chasing guys around the field and securing tackles in the short field is really important. When they throw a lot of little 5-yard hitches and things of that nature. How hard was Will Rogers to defend? Obviously they got us, but is that possibly another game you have circled on your schedule? Like, I mean, definitely gonna let him do that again.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. For me, that game was kind of like, I play safety. I was playing safety a lot of that game. So for me, I didn't really feel like he was picking us apart until I really went back and looked at the film. And I'm like, damn, like this dude was what completion percentage was what? And,
Yeah.
like he did this, like even
Yeah.
the bowl game, receiver from Houston, I didn't even know his numbers was that crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when you're on the field, you don't really notice those things until you're done. Like, at least I don't. I don't know how bad it's going. Like, I'm kind of just always, I'm trying to stay level headed. Next play. I'm not really thinking about it. But when you do go back and look at it on film, it's like, damn, this guy was like, man, this dude not this good. Ain't no way. Like, but shit, he did it. So that's definitely somebody who we gonna be looking forward to playing. Whenever you get to face a team like that that's passing a lot, the games go by slow because incomplete, the ball stops, they pass the game. So that game actually went by. The first half was slow, then they started picking our ass apart, and it went by fast. It's like, damn, it's just like that game like literally happened, bro. I don't even know like how, but it just happened.
Yeah. All right, man. So we talked a little bit about the QB race. Let's talk about the crowded race that is the defensive backfield. And not only, what do you feel about how that DB unit is, but who are the new guys that are in that unit that fans should look for and say, hey, man, this guy, he looks the part? Because we know what Pritchett is, we know what Simpson is, but who's a new guy that's in that room that folks you like, yo, yeah, he could ball?
DJ got that dog in him. Yeah, DJ, Keontae, JD. That's some guys who most likely gonna be in a rotation this year. We got a couple more of the young guys. Once they learn the playbook, really they'll definitely be in the rotation. But I say look forward to really a lot of rotation. Kind of like how Georgia defense was definitely in the secondary. We played Georgia. I swear to God, I think they was rotating like every 2 plays or something. I'm like, damn. But we definitely have the capability of doing that this year. So that should definitely be fun. So you should definitely be looking out for those guys.
Okay. Looking forward to that for sure.
Right. That's all I got. Well, Donovan, we appreciate you joining us to talk a little bit about, your journey to Auburn and, what you guys have been doing in the offseason to work to prepare for the season. We're wishing you much success this season. So thanks for stopping by to talk to us, man. We appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all for having me once again, man.
Guys, that's it for another great edition of Building Rapport with our guy, Donovan Kaufman. If you want more content like this, please hit like and subscribe. We are the War Rapport on every social media platform, TW Rapport on TikTok. We're signing off, and as always,